Hello friends, and welcome to r/IDontWorkHereLady. Today, picked up a few ridiculous shopping stories and one story about a mad lady at the airport. So I hope you're getting comfortable, and let's get our story started. I just got fired. I never thought I would experience this in my lifetime. I'm a hard worker, extremely dependable, and respectful. Not sure how I could lose a job like this, especially when I only just got it. So I work late, and just about every night for the last few weeks at least, I stop by Walmart to get something for dinner. I usually get off around midnight and stop by on my way home. Every time I'm at Walmart, barely anyone is there except for the night crew, stocking up the store and doing their own thing. Now, from what I've noticed, they don't have much of a uniform. Many of them are in hoodies or jackets of different colors, just to add some context. So I showed up last night, I'm wearing a hoodie, and I began to walk up and down the aisles trying to figure out what I wanted for dinner. I'm thinking pasta, and I walk past a few guys who were loading the shelves. All of a sudden I hear this guy yelling. The voice gets louder. Hey, are you listening? I turn to look and see what's going on, and this guy approaches me. You're late again. Don't think I haven't noticed you're walking in the door after 12. I started to laugh, thinking this guy was joking around. Before I can say a thing, he jumps on me. You think it's funny? You think your job must not be important to you? I want you to follow me to the office. So now I'm completely confused and start looking around like I'm on some hidden camera show. He starts to walk off, and I turn around and go back to shopping. He comes back a minute later and starts to yell, You want to be fired? Because if you don't come with me now, I will fire you. I start to laugh even harder, then ask him, What's my name? He gives me this puzzled look, so I asked him again, What's my name? Do you even know who I am? He looks at the other guys in the aisle who've stopped stocking the shelves at this point and watched the event unfold. He then looks back at me, trying to figure out what exactly to say back to me before his head explodes. Good luck filling out the paperwork to fire me when you don't even know my name. I continued to laugh at this whole stupid charade. I picked up some ingredients for spaghetti and then tried to give the guy a clue. He stormed off, and I looked at the other guys in the aisle. I'm sure he'll eventually figure out I don't work here. They start laughing, and I go on. Can't believe I lost the job I just found out I had in the same night. You need to keep coming back every night just to taunt the guy until he figures it out. And our next story. No, my husband wearing a winter coat and carrying our 6-month-old baby is not working here, lady. My husband is a peaceful giant. He's 6'5" and can look quite imposing even though he's really a teddy bear. Never stressed or aggressive, never overreacting or raising his voice, just a peaceful giant. So here we are at the grocery store with our 6-month-old baby shopping for food and whatnot. It's winter in Canada, so, cold. We're both wearing our coats. The kid is fussy and nothing really calms him except when we carry him in our arms. It's my turn, and my husband is going back and forth gathering what we need and bringing the items to our cart when the Banshee from Hell, BFH from now on, got in his face, figure of speech, he was like 5'2", and started yelling at him. BFH, are you done? You've been helping her forever. I need help, now! Husband, with his smooth, everything is good kind of tone. I'm so sorry, we're Canadians, but I'm afraid I do not work here. BFH, bullcrap, I just saw you help her shopping. Now you help me, and do not talk back to me. Husband, but, BFH, stop. Don't talk to me unless it's to thank me. Are we clear? My husband sees me boiling and about to interfere, but makes a sign that says he's going to deal with it. He then calmly took a look at her with a smile. BFH, smugly, good. Now help me grab the last item. I don't remember what the item was, probably some kind of condiment, on this high shelf. Why in the hell are you people always putting the stuff I need so high? It's beyond me. Now, chop chop. My husband grabs the item, but instead of giving it to her, he keeps it just a little bit out of her reach. He looks at me, then looks at it. Husband, grinning. Honey, do we need any condiment? Me, catching on. Well, as a matter of fact, yes we do. Lady, what? How dare you give her my stuff? It's my stuff. Give it to me. Give it to me. Super slowly, my husband gets closer to the lady. He's so imposing that she calms down immediately. With the biggest of smiles and the most polite voice ever, he says to her, Husband, again, I do not work here, but thank you for showing me condiment. We were about to forget it. And with that, he puts the item in our cart, grabs the baby, and together we leave. In the background, the lady was howling profanities, all three of us smiling. I love my husband. I like how in just about every one of these that I read, the crazy, rude, demanding customer always just assumes the people are lying about not working there, like it's a regular thing they encounter. And if it is, why do they keep being awful and demanding? And our next story. My baby and I don't work here. There's a small thrift store for Jesus type store no more than 2 blocks away from my house, and I spend a fair amount of time there. It's cheap, it's close, and babies grow like weeds. I know a couple of the ladies that work there. You try taking a baby to a store staffed by mostly grandmas on a regular basis and not get to know them. And the layout of the store. Fast forward to yesterday. I go to the store and say hello to the grandma lady on the cash register, exchange mindless chit-chat, blah, blah, blah. There's only like 3 other people in the store, an old guy and what looks like a middle-aged daughter and her elderly mother. Pretty typical. So I start shopping, hanging clothes off the stroller bar, very clearly shopping. Baby leans out of the stroller and pulled some shirts off the rack, so of course I put them back on the hangers and hang them up on the bar and continued shopping. I go over to the toy section and there's the mother-daughter team trying to get a board game off a high shelf. Since I'm much taller than them, I offer to grab it for them. They accept, I hand it over, and they thank me. Pretty run-of-the-mill for me. It's rare that I go to a store and don't help a short person reach something. So I made my way over to the houseware section, and this is where old guy makes his entrance. Old guy, holding a blender type thing. Can you check this to make sure this thing works before you sell it to me? Me. I don't know, but there's a plug up by the cash register to test things. And I take my stroller and try to walk away. Old guy. How do you not know your own policy? I should point out that the employees dress however they like, but wear a bright red vest with the shop's name all over it. I'm wearing a coat and pushing a stroller. Me. I'm sorry, sir, I don't work here. Old guy, now very aggressive, with a weird purple-red color on his face. Bullcrap! I saw you stocking the shelves and making a sale. Don't you lie to me. Me. I'm sorry, I was just picking up after my baby, making a gesture to the stroller I'm pushing that has my purchases on it, and helping those ladies. Old guy, oh, I see. You'll help them, but won't help me. Is it because I'm a man? Get me your manager. By now, of course, Grandma Lady has noticed what was happening and came walking over. Grandma Lady, sir, we don't allow people to abuse our customers like this. I'm going to have to ask you to leave if you don't stop. Old guy, she's not a customer. She's an employee. I saw her. Grandma Lady, sir, she doesn't work here. Old guy, bullcrap. Me, I don't work here, and neither does my son. It's like he hadn't noticed the baby before, despite the giant stroller I've been holding onto this entire time, because he looks down and his face got even more purplish red and he grumbled, bullcrap, and walked away. I finished my shopping, checkout, and had a nice giggle about the whole deal with Grandma Lady. Clearly, the baby was part of your clever ruse, and is actually a well-trained marmot you keep in your pocket for just such an occasion. And our next story. Sorry, ma'am. Flight attendants aren't actually airport employees. A few days ago, I was between flights at the RSW airport grabbing a cup of coffee. I'm in my flight attendant uniform and I get approached every once in a while and do my best to be polite and help people out since most airport questions are easily answerable. A woman approached me and asked where the smoking area is. I'm not a smoker and I've only been to this airport a few times, so I'm not actually sure. Me. Smoking area? I think I saw one over by the Dunkin' Donuts. I'm not sure if there's one on this side. Lady, way over there? That's the other side of the airport. Are you sure there's not one over here? Mind you, this is a fairly small airport. It takes about 5 minutes to get across the entire terminal. Me, I'm sorry, ma'am. I've only been here a few times. Actually, I work out of Minneapolis, so this airport is pretty foreign to me. Maybe you should ask one of the gate agents or someone working at the coffee shop. I try a charming laugh. Lady, but I'm asking you now. Why can't you be helpful here? She's getting frustrated with me. Me, again, I don't actually work here. Us flight attendants don't actually spend a ton of time at the airports we go to. I don't know the layout. So my coffee arrives and I ask the barista about smoking areas. Barista, there's a smoking area just over there. You can actually see it from where you're standing, ma'am. It's literally 50 feet away. I hadn't noticed it since I don't smoke. Things like this usually aren't on my radar. Me. Oh, it's right there. Nice. Just for future reference, ma'am, flight attendants aren't actually airport employees, so we're kind of helpless with things like this. Have a great day, all right? I'm trying to be charming. Lady. Humph. Then why did you try to send me all the way to the other side of the effing planet if it's right there? Whatever. Learn how to do your job, a-hole. Then she walked to the smoking area in a huff. The barista and I just looked at each other in silence for a few seconds before sharing a quick laugh. I swear, I did my best to be helpful, even though I didn't actually work there. Even after explaining this, the woman insisted that I worked at the airport. Some people. I wish the lady had been on your next flight so you could be sure to point out that smoking is not allowed on aircraft and that tampering with the lavatory smoke detector is a federal offense. Hey guys, thank you all for watching the video to the end, and I'll see you in the next one.